Hi everyone, I'm Erica and this is the original bottle. So I want to discuss breastfeeding and more importantly the troubles mothers are faced with on a daily basis. To give just a bit of background, while the theory of breastfeeding is pretty easy, the act is a bit more complicated. As you can see, not all physicians are educating mothers of the many ways breast milk is superior to formula. Not to mention, while this is one of the most natural and rewarding phenomenons a mother can experience, it does take practice for both mom and baby. While mom and baby are carrying out much of the work, it is paramount that the father be supportive. The chart here shows how a prenatal intervention educating fathers on how to support mothers increased the rate of initiating breastfeeding from 14 to 76%. Dads can play an important role as well. The most important struggle I want to focus on is how we here in America perceive breastfeeding. Our society tends to favor bottle feeding, as breastfeeding is still fairly taboo. This norm is affecting our mothers so severely that they're embarrassed to feed their babies. Yep, you heard me correctly. Moms are now ashamed to nurse their child. In fact, a study conducted several years ago discovered less than half of American adults felt that mothers are justified to breastfeed in public. It also shed light on the commonality of restaurant and store owners discouraging mothers from nursing. Not surprisingly, most of the time mothers are asked to find a more secluded area or at least to cover up. I don't know about you, but I certainly don't want to eat with a blanket over my head. To be honest, I get claustrophobic at night when my blankets get too close to my face. I surveyed a group of nursing moms on one of my Facebook groups and sadly found that many first-time mothers are too afraid to nurse in public. I also found myself in this situation when I had my son a couple years ago. As can be expected, mothers with 4 or more kids have received the most amount of discouragement. Besides nasty stares, many have been confronted. One poor mother found herself being ridiculed and harassed for nursing her infant while her eldest enjoyed a snack at a local mall. You can be sure that those individuals showed zero discomfort at the amount of skin the models in Victoria's Secret windows displayed. Which brings us to the spotlight Victoria's Secrets found themselves under a couple years ago. Being a store which celebrates the female body, it seems out of character to deny a customer a quiet place to nurse her baby. Instead, the mother and son found themselves in a foul, disgusting public bathroom. A North Carolina judge also found himself under the microscope for berating a mother breastfeeding her child in his courtroom. He was even on recording telling the mother what she was doing was ridiculous and that she needed to stop. Just for the record, the Freedom to Breastfeed Act protects nursing mothers and gives us 100% legal right to feed our children in public. We need to look at the reason as to why our society has so much difficulty accepting this natural occurrence. The American Psychological Association defines hypersexualization as a person's value stemming solely from his or her sexual appeal or behavior to the exclusion of other characteristics. A superb example is young Thylane Blondeau, who is seen here posing for Vogue magazine. She was only 10 years old during this photo shoot. A study conducted recently found that Rolling Stone's covers increased the sexualization of women from 44 to 83% in a 40-year time period, while men jumped less than 10% in the same time period. As you can see, the media's advertising market is targeting our younger generations by tripling the amount of sexual attributes in their advertisements. Not only is more skin being shown, they're also putting more emphasis on our breasts. Thankfully, our friends in Hollywood have not been oblivious. Several articles sharing the rewarding and heartwarming moments of breastfeeding have been growing in popularity lately. Here you can see Gisele Bündchen in a photo she posted to her Instagram. Even more notably, celebrity moms have opened up and shed light on the not-so-glamorous side of breastfeeding. Tamara Mowry shares her difficulties with pain and a low milk supply. Audrina Patridge from the Hills told us that breastfeeding was more painful than the C-section she had. Having two myself, I'm very glad my experiences were different. And finally Nicole Trofino ended up taking her son with her to a photo shoot for Elle magazine. and they found themselves on the cover. So finally, how can we as a society be more than content surrounding ourselves with this? Yet we have such a hard time allowing an innocent baby to satisfy their hunger in the most natural and healthiest way possible. Thank you for watching.